Welcome out to the Epically Geeky Show, episode number 135. I'm your host for the evening, Eugene Stevens. Tonight's opening question is, if you could turn into any animal for one day, what would it be? Ray?
Oh, you're starting with me?
I started with you, sir.
All right. So I had to look it up because this was like...
I had to look up what you would be.
Yeah, I had to look it up for a specific reason. The common crane flies at 10,000 meters or 33,000 feet. That's how high they fly. And they fly through the mountains, like in the Himalayas and stuff like that. And they fly that high to get away from the hawks and eagles and all that stuff. So I would be a common crane so that I could fly over this world and check it all out, because it would be amazing to be able to fly that high and just kind of like...
Just a plane.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
It would be fucking wicked to see it from that point of view. So... that was a common crane. I was gonna go with an eagle, but this is even higher. I'm like, that's fucking cool. So,
Also,
okay.
Yeah.
That's too American.
Hey, there's multiple eagles.
It was gonna be the red-tailed hawk, which I've got a tattoo.
There you go. Chris, what animal would you be if you could be any animal for a day?
Would be the blue whale.
Oh.
Good one. Because you can go anywhere under the ocean.
But I really like swimming, and my favorite part of swimming is swimming underwater, and I can't hold my breath for more than a minute. So to be able to hold your breath for that long and just move with that sort of ease through the water, and it would be fucking cool to be the biggest animal on the planet ever.
Yeah,
that would be really cool. Just to be that big and what that would be like and how majestic that would be. Yeah, and swimming like that would be really
All of you are ants.
Yes.
And then you could sing so prettily.
Because I can't now. So.
So would that transfer? Like, would you be able to you'd be talking all these... All of them are like, what the fuck is she saying?
I'll be that whale that's so lonely because nobody can pick up a register.
Oh, because it's on the wrong frequency. What about that?
Where's
That's
Chris?
me.
She's over there. We can hear her.
Yeah.
That's me in real life.
The odd one out.
Yeah.
No wonder.
Jen, what animal would you want to be?
Okay, so I am torn between a bird and something that swims, because I also want to fly and see everything and like go as high as possible, be in the clouds. But I also, I can't hold my nose under the water without physically holding it. So like to be able to swim without that impediment and actually see, because I wear glasses, would be pretty cool too. So I don't know, either something that swims or something that flies. That's not an answer, but that's my answer.
Okay, I'll take it.
What about the flying fish?
I was gonna say, what about some kind of a bird that like dives down to get the,
Like a
But then,
kingfisher.
but I want to be able to like go down in the coral and shit. You know?
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
joining us tonight for the first time, hopefully for additional times, is Joseph Morales. What kind of animal would you be?
Yay, Joseph!
So I actually went the exact opposite of what Chris did. I would want to be a tardigrade, so something microscopic, because when the Earth inevitably falls into chaos and gets destroyed, I will still survive because I can survive the vacuum of space.
So you would
Is
pick
it an animal?
day too, then, huh?
Yeah, he's picking a specific day.
That's cool.
That's
I
cool.
thought, I'm like y'all, I thought both. I was like, well, maybe something like an eagle, that would be awesome to be able to swoop and dive and everything else. I did think about swimming as well. I thought maybe a dolphin would be pretty freaking awesome.
They're smart.
Honestly, the other two that I came down to was just a normal house cat, because I'm just like, you know what? How awesome would it be to just, everything's taken care for me. I just sit around and sleep and do whatever the fuck I want. Sounds like a vacation. But I think I finally just settled on a squirrel, because like literally you could fucking just like run up fucking trees and flip off. Like you could, like, it would be the most
Flying
acrobatic damn thing.
Flying squirrel.
Flying squirrel would be even better, because then, yeah, like you said, you could.
Gliders.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that would be cool because like I am not acrobatic in the slightest, and I'm like, that would be fucking awesome. So, anyway, that's awesome for those watching the video. So the reason for this opening question is, last week at some point I can't remember if it was on my Facebook feed or if it was, I think it was a podcast that I watched. Someone proposed or posted this thing, and it's made its way around Twitter and stuff. And it's a picture. It's got 9 separate things on it. There's like, oh Lord, now we're getting text here. It says 50 eagles, 10 alligators, 3 bears, 7 bulls, a hunter, 15 wolves, 1,000 rats, 5 gorillas, or 4 lions.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
And it says, pick 2. They will defend you. The rest are coming to kill you. So I'm like, I listened to it. That's what it was. It was a podcast. And I listened to it, and they were debating this. And, of course, being geeks and nerds, they had to get very specific and were asking a bunch of questions. And it was pretty heavily debated. And I asked a few people the same thing, and I thought, you know what, this would be a fun topic to do for tonight. So this is definitely more a silly topic than some of the other ones we've done. So that's what we're doing tonight.
Yes,
and,
we're so serious on this show.
Yes, we are so serious on this show. Unlike Sustainably Geeky, that's just, all over the place,
Yeah, very.
Very. So I broke this into 3 rounds, and because there were several different questions, it was like, well, where is this happening, and what are the circumstances, and blah, blah, blah. So we're going to do this in 3 rounds. And round 1, I told everyone to assume before the show, you're going to pick 2. We're going to kind of figure out how long you would last if you were in the middle of an arena, like a gladiator-style arena with the 2 things that you pick. And they're going to come at you one at a time, because that was one of the other questions was, well, is everything coming at me at once? Because if that's the case, that makes a big difference. Mm-hmm. So we're going with being in the middle of an arena and things are coming at you one at a time. So with that being said, would anyone like to go first? I'll go first. All right. The 2 that I picked for being in the middle of an arena, I went with, and there was several other questions about the hunter. And the hunter obviously looks like he has a rifle. It's not like an assault rifle. I guess it could be a shotgun, but I say we go with rifle. There was also questions of like, well, how much ammo does he have? We're just going to say he's got ammo until dude's dead. So that being said, I went with the hunter and I went with the wolves. And the idea for this is the hunter is going to be able to pick off, especially the larger animals. Mm-hmm. And wolves are very good pack hunters. And I thought they would probably work best as a pack to try to protect me and the hunter from the crap that's coming after us. Now, this is going to work great against some other animals. Some other animals, this is not going to work very well at all. So that being said, let's go ahead and start our discussion. I'm just going to work my way clockwise around this, and we'll leave the hunter for last just to see. So how well do y'all think I would survive against 50 eagles?
That's going to be your hardest fight, yeah. I think.
Yeah. I think so too, because like the hunter will be able to pick off some of them, but the wolves aren't going to really help me out too much.
Listen, I saw Lord of the Rings, and you're fucked.
Who is the hunter? Can we assign an identity?
No, it's a generic hunter.
Let's say generic hunter. Why? What path?
I was like, if it was John Wick, then
Oh, that's a good point.
That man can survive anything. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I see a flaw here because I'm guessing that these eagles are like trained to like go for eyes.
And see that, yeah. And that was the other thing is I don't know if I meant to say that, like we're assuming these things, like it says they're coming to kill you, like that is their goal. So the hunter can't just like shoot the gun once and scare everything off. Like that shit don't work. Yeah.
So 50 of them are coming at your wolves, and next thing you know, they're not going to be able to see anymore. They're going to get a few of them, and your hunter's going to get a few of them. But 50 fucking eagles coming after your hunter?
And me? Yeah, I don't think I think I screwed up on this one. I think the first round's going to get me here pretty quick. So, especially being in the middle of an arena, like there's nowhere to fucking hide.
No. No.
So-
Like they're coming down on you pretty, and there's 50 of those fuckers.
Yeah.
Is it a dirt floor coliseum or
Yes,
like,
dirt floor coliseum. There's
so
like you're
you
just
got
out in
like
the
a
middle of
pocket
nothing.
sand kind of thing going on? You can create clouds of dust.
That'd be my
You
best
know,
bet. If
distract
that,
That would be a good defense against the Eagles.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
see, like
Then
the
you're also-
alligators,
you're
I think I
fine.
might be okay against. I'm pretty sure I can handle the bears. I'm not worried about the bears. Between the wolves and the hunter, I think I'd be fine. The bulls, if they get a running start, that could be. Might get screwed there.
But even then, you should be able to see, especially in an arena, they're not going to get up that much speed that you should
True.
be able to see their trajectory and get around them.
So, the gorillas, not so. I think between the wolves and the hunter, I might be okay. I think the same thing about the lions. The other one that I was worried about was 1,000 fucking rats.
10,000
It's
mice.
10,000.
It's 10,000.
10,000. Sorry,
And-
10,000. Yes.
10,000 mice. That's disgusting, first of all.
So-
Oh, yes.
But
True story.
as gross as they are, that's going to be a long-term thing of, like, you can outrun a rat.
But 10,000 of them in an arena?
10,000 of them, they're going to get squashed pretty good. Like,
I think they're going to overwhelm the wolves. That's 10,000 of them. And wolves do get skittish.
So-
They will back off. And then you can't keep shooting 10,000. No.
Oh, yeah. You
Where
have to have a
are
shotgun,
the
and even then.
where are the rats coming from? Is it like a gate that's been open, or are they coming out of the ground? Like
Let's say they
in
come from a
army?
gate. There's a gate that opens, like everything else. There's a gate at the other end of this thing, and it opens up, and here's the next thing. So
I don't know.
I think I'm still shot. I think I'm still screwed with the birds, to be honest with you.
I think the birds have got you. The rats, I'm thinking, because
That's 10,000 of them.
I know, but if you got a shotgun, right, and
You can't, yeah, but if they're all coming at,
I don't know,
unless you have one of those,
I've seen them. You can squish enough of them.
not 10,000.
With a shotgun,
You're
what
really
you have like 8 bullets for.
I just say your wolves will pick off quite a few of them, and anyway.
No, I think it's between the eagles and the rats.
I'm gonna concede the Eagles are gonna get me. Like
Yeah.
yeah. And I kept thinking about everything else. I was like, I was honestly mostly worried about the rats, but I'm just like, I don't know, man. Fucking Eagles. Like that's some hard shit. So, all right. Well, Ray, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Because
All right,
I
so
picked
what
those 50 eagles.
What did you pick?
Open arena. I picked the 50 eagles and the 5 silverbacks because those 50 eagles, I don't want to fight anything from the sky. Like,
Okay.
and that's the only one that's from the sky. So everything else has got to worry about this thing. They can grab the rats a couple at a time, toss them up in the air, and go back, swoop down for more. So I'll let you guys kind of go through each one. But that's kind of my idea: is the 50 eagles and the 5 silverbacks.
I think your biggest problem is going to be, I don't know, the alligators. Like, I don't know how much damage an eagle can do to a fucking alligator. And
That's what the silverbacks are for.
I was going to say, but
we're on the
2
ground.
alligators per silverback, I don't know how well that's going to work out.
We're on the ground, and silverbacks are badass fighters.
Very
You're-
true.
Like a silverback yourself. You can do
So, and the other thing too is alligators, if their jaws are closed, they're screwed,
it. Yeah. They
and
don't have
and they won't be able to see anything because their eyes are going to be gone. Eagles have got their eyes, motherfucker.
What about the wolves?
Wolves, I think, would put up a good fight, but again, silverbacks, man, like they are vicious.
Yeah, true.
yeah, and they're very, very strong.
I picture a Loki moment where the wolves are just getting bashed by these silverbacks 2 at a time and tossed. And again, eyeless, because how do you fight off 50 eagles coming at them?
Yeah. The eagles are going to be hard.
Thing with the
I don't
eyes.
know.
Just saying, eagles, you train them. They're
Now, the only issue is going to be, now, it depends on how mobile the hunter could be. The hunter's going to be part of your downfall because it's only going to take a shot or so per gorilla, and they're gone.
They would, yeah. So they would knock off a silverback or 2, maybe a couple eagles, but again, a swarm of eagles coming at that hunter. Open arena.
Yeah. How do y'all think he'll do against the bulls? That's what I'm saying. Like, if the gate opens and they're already at speed, like if you can survive the initial run in, you'll probably be okay. But
Yeah.
I don't see a gorilla taking
depends
on.
where you are in the arena. If you're standing in the center, that might be a little bit more difficult. But if you're like near one of the walls,
Yeah.
those like bob and weaves and have the bull hit the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess in the arena it depends on whether you know where they're coming from and at what times, and or is it like back to back to back? And then I guess the other part you have to figure out is what order they happen in, because if they happen in the specific order, then maybe I lose a couple of the gorillas and a couple, so then I'm,
Or you replenished each time.
or
So
yeah,
always
or
going to
you
be
always
5.
have those 5 and those 50 against each one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that would be the other question. If I don't want to go that deep into it to figure out, to mathematically figure out, okay, well, the alligators took out one of your gorillas and now you're down 5 eagles.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that's actually a pretty good, that's not bad. That's probably a pretty good pick there. So
it's tough. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Anybody picks these things like this. Yeah. But I picked the Eagles because I didn't want to fight anything from the sky.
That was the other thing. That's why this cuts so well, because it's not just what do you think can defend you, it's also what do I not want to have to defend against. So, because having fucking 5 silverback gorillas like running in after you, that like, yeah.
So, and I think they would be able to help with the 10,000 mice and just like constantly stomping, and again the eagles would be like swooping in and flying and. As I'm running around trying to get away from them.
Chris, what 2 animals did you pick?
I picked the 15 wolves.
Okay.
And the 50 eagles. Same reason with Ray about not wanting to fight anything from the sky. And it is an open air space. So I was like, I could use that to my advantage. And then with the wolves, I know that they're excellent pack hunters and they're really good at strategy and setting up. They're just innately great at pack hunting. And I remember playing this game in college. It was Predator and Prey, and muskox are a natural prey for wolves. And what they do is the muskox will all get into a circle and keep the young in the middle, but the wolves surround them. And they know exactly what they're doing, and all they have to do is exhaust them, and then they get what they need. Some of the time, but that's their strategy. So I figured the wolves would just surround me, keep me in the middle, and then eagles will swoop down and apparently attack everything's eye.
Yeah,
that's a good place to attack.
But I was worried about the bears and worried about the mice being like, there's just so many, would be overwhelming. Not so much that they would be able to do it, but they bite and they scratch and if there's 10,000 of them. So those are my only, and the hunter wasn't really worried because I figured, fuck that, a couple of eagles will just latch on and carry it away or something. Swoop the hunter away and drop it outside the Coliseum.
There's your wolf.
There's my wolf.
There's your wolf, yes.
He's a mighty wolf.
So
that's not a bad pick.
Going back to the bears, though, I think you have a good shot. Like, if you have 15 wolves, I think they'd be able to take down bears.
3, yeah. That's my other worry was the 3 bears. Just because they're
If you had 4 bears, I think I would have picked bears. But because there's only 3, I think that's.
But they look like grizzly bears.
Yeah.
They're big motherfuckers.
Yeah. 5 wolves per bear.
Which is probably what you would need at least to take them out.
At least. Yeah.
So that was my other way. The lions, because they don't, and that was the other thing. I noticed that these are lions.
Not lioness.
Not lionesses.
Oh, that's very true.
Lions are lazy.
Oh, she printed it out.
That's smart.
Ray printed it out.
Nice.
So lions are lazy buggers. If these were lionesses, I would worry a little bit more.
You know what? That's very true. That's very true. So, yeah, like that's actually, once again, I think you got a pretty good defense. I think I definitely screwed up with the hunter. So I was just, here was my main problem with the hunter. Here was my main problem with the hunter. Door opens up, dude walks out, as shit is coming after him. It's just raise and I'm gone. That was if he had a rifle, that could be it.
That being said, there's no scope on that gun, first of all.
True.
So a shot like that in a Coliseum, and you would be running around. You're not going to be just like.
I hope.
So
serpentine.
Yeah. So running around a moving object is very difficult to hit. And like we're not talking a sharpshooter, we're talking like just an average hunter, right? So
true.
I think and what were your picks again? You'd have the
I went with the hunter and the wolves.
Yeah. So
with the eagles are definitely looking better.
Yeah, the eagles would like fly in and kill that hunter.
So, Jen, what 2 animals did you pick?
Okay, so I'm just gonna say I didn't put a ton of thought into this because I don't do fighting games and I don't think about this kind of shit, so I have not much to offer. But I picked eagles and bears because I figured fighting from the sky is smart, and then having like some big stuff on the ground, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You only get 3 bears, so that might not have been the smartest choice, but I figured have a big presence on the ground and then like angry, you know, things raining down on you from the sky. Balance it out, you know.
It's not a bad strategy.
No, it's not bad because you could definitely hide behind a fucking bear. Like
yeah, they can get vicious. So that's what I got.
Yeah. If you don't believe a bear is dangerous, just watch. What was the Leonardo DiCaprio movie?
Oh, Revenant.
Oh God, yeah. Just go to Canada and go out in their backyard and.
Yeah.
In some parts.
I only scared a bear cub. It wasn't the actual bear.
Okay. Okay.
It was only the little one that could only eat half of me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good one. The bear,
I think you have a shot.
Yes, you'd have.
The eagles are still going to be a problem. The same issue I ran into. Oh no, you went with wolves and bears.
No, I said eagles and bears.
Oh, eagles and bears. Okay, yeah. The eagles are just hard. Like that's just hard.
50 eagles from the sky.
Yeah. In an open air area, it definitely is hard. Like now, when we get to the next question, it's a little different animal.
It changed. Yep.
It changed. Yeah.
Joseph, what did you pick?
I actually went with the 10,000 rats and the wolves.
Okay.
The principle behind the rats is full grown. They're about a foot long, and because there's 10,000, they're cannon fodder. So as the eagles swoop down to grab a rat, picture, I don't remember if it's the second or third Jurassic Park movie with the small little dinosaurs swarming on the dude and taking him down.
Yeah.
The first one, yeah.
Every time an eagle pops up. Then all those bodies of the rats that are there are just weapons for me.
Oh, God. Slinging them as he gets raped.
So that was my process.
You said rats and wolves, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I like the cannon fodder. I like that because there's so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That they were just overwhelmed.
And, I'm not gonna lie. For a second there, I thought of ways to take down all the animals, but I could not figure out the alligators until I realized, well, they would open their mouth to bite down. Just rats would just like constantly flow in, suffocate the alligators. And
Suicidal rats.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, the eagles are still going to be a little bit of an issue. Just air superiority.
Right.
So that whole I have the high ground.
Yeah.
Yep. So, which was funny. I saw someone point that out. They were like, obviously Annie learned his lesson because in Return of the Jedi, when Luke is up on the thing and he's clearly got the high ground, later was just like, fuck this, and just threw his lightsaber up there. So, all right, well, yeah, I that was an interesting, like I said, that was one of the things people brought up was like, well, what kind of a situation is it open air? Is it in an arena or whatever? So, the second round I thought up for this one is, instead of being in an open air arena, I said, you make sure I get this right. You're going to pick 2 like we've done before. Mm-hmm. But this time you're in a building in an open field. You have time to prepare. Now that's the key thing. You have time to prepare. But this time everything's coming at you at once. Okay. Y'all want me to start, or someone else want to start?
No, you go ahead.
All right. So like I said, being able to prepare was my thing. So like I said, it's going to be in a hut. So the eagles, not as big a worry. Yes, they're going to be nesting on top, and that's eventually have to deal with that. I went with wolves again. Once again, great pack hunters. I thought, just like Chris was saying, I think they could work together to kill off some stuff. My ass is digging a moat, and I'm putting fucking 10 alligators in there. Because here's the thing. The rats, I ain't got to worry about rats anymore, because those bitches trying to swim through there, they're going to get mowed down. That's not even an issue. The bigger animals, they're going to have to swim as well. And I'm hoping at this point they're going to get to the edge of the water and be like, well, fuck, I don't really want to go in there. So while they're pondering that, maybe the wolves can start picking them off. And then, like I said, once they're in the water, the alligators should be able to make pretty easy prey of them. The only ones are going to be like the bulls. I mean, they can swim, but they're like, anything that they're doing is not really going to do anything there. My only concern is the eagles. It's just like, well, unless they finally come down to maybe start eating some of the other animals that are dead.
So I took this as their whole goal is to come to you.
Right.
So they could try and get through the roof or whatever, but
I'm sure they could, yes.
Try and get into the cabin. So, yeah.
Eventually they might find a way through the roof, but that's going to fucking take a while. So
yeah, and your wolves will start dealing with them like as they come towards you, right? So
yeah. So, but yeah, I went with alligators and wolves. Like I said, because once they hit the water, most of these other animals are not going to be anywhere near as dangerous. Now, if it were tigers instead of lions, I've seen lions swim. Lions just kind of swim to get out of the water, and that's it. Fucking tigers, like
they swim.
I'm more scared of a tiger in water than I am a shark, because the fucking it's just claws and teeth everywhere. So, but anyway, no tigers. It was lions on this one. So that's what I went with. Any thoughts? Pretty good idea. I might actually make it. Maybe.
I like the so we're in a hut. You said.
You're in a. What did I say exactly? I want to make sure I get this right.
Like a cabin.
I think I said a cabin. You're in a cabin in the middle of a field.
Fit in that.
So
that's a lot of things in a small space.
Oh no, no! I'm in the cabin by myself. Like there's a fucking moat around me with alligators, and outside of that is the wolves to start.
No, I'm saying everything's attacking you inside of this hut at one time.
No, it's coming from the field towards it.
Oh, okay. So that's where I didn't obviously play this game right.
Okay. Ray, what would you have picked?
So I also went with the moat and the alligators,
the crocodiles,
crocs, whatever they are, doesn't
reptilian
matter.
creatures.
They are nasty motherfuckers that are like
they'll eat anything.
And most of the animals aren't going to see them at first because they're going to be completely under the water, right? Like like you said, I think the rats will probably drown at some point, especially if you make the moat big enough. Because you said we got time to repair and everything like that. But I wanted something inside of the building with me that could help. Just in case whatever gets through the crocs, I want them to have hands that are able to grab those motherfucking birds out of the air. So I went with the gorillas again. I went the 5 silverbacks because they can grab, they can do whatever anything comes out those windows, those silverbacks will have them. And
you just want to be among your people.
I do. I want to be among my people, and
just a big gorilla, baby.
And yeah, so that's why I went with those because I think they'd be able to get on top of the roof and like.
True.
You're like thinking King Kong. And brings down that helicopter and stuff.
Very true.
I think that's probably my best bet because. Yeah, the wolves. I don't know. Yeah.
The first thing I just hope with all of this stuff coming after us, honestly, the first thing I'd have to have mental telepathy to tell them. I'd have to be like, all right, Wolfpack, find the hunter, take that fucker out first.
Yeah. Mental telepathy.
And then work on the other stuff. So.
Yeah.
that's not a bad idea. I'm glad you went with the moat idea too, because I was just like, because I'm like, alligators. I mean, if they're on the land, yeah, they're dangerous, but they're not that fast.
No, they're not.
Water.
Yeah, water, they're fucking insane. So, Chris, what did you pick?
So I went with also a moat, because why would you? So it's the crocodiles. And I went with Ray's thinking too of I want something in there with me just in case whatever gets past the crocodiles is going to keep coming towards me. And I picked the mice or rats or whatever just because of sheer volume of numbers. And you can pack, they'd all fit in that space too, because 10,000 of them would fit. And they could just basically just overwhelm cannon fodder, like Joseph was saying, because just the sheer numbers of them would just...
That's not a bad idea.
That would be scary to open up the door
and just a fucking wave of rats. Yeah,
just
that's true.
Wave of rats coming at you, and yeah. So I figured whatever the crocodiles can't take out, the mice or rats or whatever would just the sheer volume of them would, yeah, overwhelm whatever's coming at you, or at least give you some time to get the hell out of there.
I don't know if I'd want out though, depending on what is still outside.
That's true. Would you want out? Why are the animals trying to get in?
You jump on two crocodiles and they like swim you around.
Like you're water skiing all the way around.
Yeah, water skiing.
You motherfuckers.
Like those turtles. Turtles
Yeah.
in red.
Yeah. Where you rode two turtles.
Jen, what would you have picked, given this new information?
Yeah, I still am just gonna go with what I had. The rats and the wolves, what Joseph picked last time. And mostly because there's a lot of rats and the wolves seem very savvy, like Chris said. I mean, they work in a pack. They kind of, I feel like they would balance each other out. You'd have something overwhelming and then something that's working together. But also, Joseph's comment earlier had me thinking that you could just like build a catapult and like literally toss them from your from the hut. So like get on the roof or something and just start throwing rats out against things. So that would be my strategy there.
There you go.
I like that.
Oh, and then you could pick off the eagles.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
Fucking eagle flying rat just hits it like
a
Scud missile.
That's good.
What movie was it that they used rabbits like that? That's what it reminds me of. They just constantly use.
That's not Monty Python.
No, I can't remember. Anyway,
does sound like a Python thing.
I was gonna say, are you talking about the yeah?
No, that's
There's an old episode of Family Guy where he has a crossbow that shoots kittens.
Oh my!
No.
Perfect.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and that's it.
All right, Joseph, what were you going to pick for your prepared area?
Okay, so I'll go with my preparations first. I did not dig a moat. I did I think they're called pikes, but the wood beams that are.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Smart.
And I did that because there's only 10 alligators. If you add up all of the animals that's remaining, there's more than 10. So I was like, okay, that's not going to work because even if one alligator takes on one thing at a time, something's still going to get past me. So if I did the angled pikes, alligators can't climb. So they're going to be stuck under the little angled pike there, kind of trying to burrow over there. The bulls, I mean, we see in the movies, that's what they used to do against horses. So I kind of like the same kind of principle there. So I like this perimeter of spikes just kind of angling around my little area. Inside, I had the eagle sitting up top and the hunter in the cabin with me. The other preparation I did was only having 2 windows, so the hunter could focus on like only look in 2 directions, not in 4, and have the shotguns laying or his rifles laying in the windows with a string in the middle. Pull so you can fire both at the same time.
And Joseph survives.
See, I thought about the
Joseph is
hunter
made
for
for
the
this.
same reason. I thought, well, if the hunter's in there, they could shoot out. But I was like, is too much stuff going to get past the alligators first for the hunter to be able to get through? But that's not a bad idea. I never thought about going with spikes. I was trying to figure out how I could use the alligators to their best advantage.
But, truth be told, the whole reason I steered away from the moat is because I just used something similar in Mario Maker. With spikes to keep my players out of a certain area. I was like, this will work so much better.
See, real life problem solving skills there.
Hell yeah. Nice. Very well. Very good. I'm glad. It's funny how some of us, like, our brains immediately went one way and then, a different way with it. So, and then the last thing I came up with, I was like, okay, so here's what we're going to do. And I had to turn around and go grab this before we started the show. This is my oversized 3D printed die. So I was going to roll it for each one of us and basically give us a ranking, as it were. And then we're going to go around, we're going to draft 2 animals or 2 groups apiece. That's going to be 1 left. That's fine, whatever it is. And then we're going to figure out between our little armies who would most likely survive. Okay?
All
right. So I'll roll for me first. We'll do from highest to lowest. So 1, of course. So guess I'm picking last. All right, Ray. You got a 2. You're beating me. Chris, 1.
Uh-oh.
I guess we got to roll off here. Jen, you got a 3. You're beating everyone so far. And Joseph has a 4. So
we'll go Joseph. Then Jen.
Do we just want to go backwards? We'll do Joseph, Jen, myself. Chris, you, me, and then back the other way around for the second pick.
And then whoever picked the last will pick
gets
first
to go first. Yep. Yeah. So okay. So I'm going last. So Joseph, you have first pick of the 9 things. What are you picking?
The circumstances of this battle, like, are we in the arena again, or?
I didn't say. I basically said we were going to kind of face off, like, one-on-one. So arena. Does that sound good?
All right. It changes the strategy.
Oh yeah, it greatly changes the strategy.
Sure.
All right, if we're going to open arena, I'll take the 10,000 rats.
All right. Let's see here. Joseph has rats. Jennifer, what are you picking?
Give me the Eagles, man.
Fuck. All right.
Well, 3 of us couldn't have the Eagles.
Ray?
I'm taking my silverbacks.
All right. Chris?
I'll do the Wolves.
Man. All right. So let's see here. Y'all have picked the Rats, the Eagles, the Silverbacks, and the Wolves. The Rats, the Eagles, the Silverbacks, and the Wolves. Frack. I get to pick 2 at the same time.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
That's the only benefit I get here. I'm going to go with.
Do it.
Shit, but I don't know what else y'all are picking though. Motherfucker. I'm going to go with. You know what? I'm going to take the Lions. And I'm going to take a wild card. I'm going with the Bulls.
Okay.
So, Chris, what is your other pick?
You said Lions?
So, Rats, Eagles, Silverbacks, Wolves, Lions, and Bulls. That leaves the Alligators, the Bears, the Hunter.
That's it.
That leaves the Bears, the Alligators.
The Bears.
Bears, Alligators.
The Bears.
And Hunter.
And the Hunter.
Oh, you know what? We have 5 people, so one person's is so. I guess.
I'm stuck with the 10,000 rats, no matter how we look at it. I don't get a second pick.
You know what? We'll figure something out here in a second. All right.
Dragon.
No, fuck dragon.
I'll try it again.
I'll
Sorry.
pick bears.
The
You're going
bears.
bears. Bears and wolves.
I'll pick bears and wolves.
All right. Ray?
I was hoping for those bulls. You know what? If I huddle in a corner with the silverbacks around me, maybe those alligators will give me a shot. So,
You going alligators?
yeah.
All right.
I guess I got the hunter.
You have the hunter. All right. So what do we want to do for Joseph so he has a second pick? So we let him pick a second animal, though, something we've already picked, or do we come up with something else?
Fish. Give him a fish.
A fish.
So long and thanks for
A guppy.
I can't
Yeah, because I didn't math this correctly. I was thinking there were
That's
10.
okay.
I was only 9.
That's
do.
okay.
I'm another predator, like
Yeah.
panther.
The Predator. I'll take the Predator.
The predator?
Not quite what I had in mind.
I get Arnold then.
You mentioned a tiger earlier.
Let me. I'm trying
Tiger's
to
a
think of
possibility.
Yeah, but you'd only get 2.
Pythons. Pythons can constrict and stuff.
Okay, so we'll say 2 tigers. What else we got for him to pick from?
Like 3 hippos.
They're ornery fuckers, except they can't swim, so. You know.
One.
Fast
Can I-
they can run like.
Can I go
They are quick.
Honey badger.
of Merlin when he fought Madame Mim and turn into and get a virus as my
No.
Too relevant to current times. No sir.
Just throwing viruses.
yeah. Poison damage. Poison
What if
damage.
we-
Listen,
okay.
just one honey badger. That's all you need.
Oh yeah, honey.
Oh, honey badger.
Badger don't give a fuck.
How many honey badgers?
Just one, because they're badass on their own.
No, he has to have more.
No,
Let's
no,
see.
but badgers are small.
Yeah, like
So,
3.
No, like 5
10?
or 7.
I was gonna say 10.
6.
10 honey badgers.
Oh, not 10. Not 10.
Does
6.
it have to be a current, like an animal?
You
that's not-
cannot have a velociraptor.
Did we just become best
or
friends?
I'll go with 7.
or
It has to be a living, existing
I'd say
creature.
7.
How about I make this suggestion? I'll say the 10,000 rats and 2 elephants.
There
Ooh.
you go.
I would go for that. I would say 2 elephants.
Two
Okay.
elephants.
See, I'd only let them have 1. That elephant's gonna be hard to take down.
Yeah. At least
Okay.
we didn't give him a mammoth. That's what he was going for.
Okay.
See, when we were originally talking about this, I know Jen asked, "Do they have to be real animals?"
Yeah.
And
I was
that
going
crossed
for
my
a
mind.
dragon.
I was like, "All right, fine. We're gonna redo this and like really do this up. So you get to pick between 15 unicorns, and
Yeah.
a dragon, 4 velociraptors."
Give me the dragon.
But
Oh,
all right.
centaur.
Okay, so let's just since Chris and I had the lowest 2 numbers, I guess we'll go at it first. So, and y'all are going to be the voting people. So between the 3 of you, you're going to choose which one of us is going to survive. So
No
let
pressure,
me
Greg.
let me make the play for my lions and bulls. Okay, so
Okay.
I've got fucking 4 lions, like they're just kind of like circling around me.
Mhm.
You know, whenever I need them to, they can go out, but they've got claws, they've got teeth, they're fucking fast. They can climb shit if they need to. And then I've got bulls, which, I mean, they can gore stuff while they're standing still, but if they can get up to speed, like, there's like the elephant's the only thing that's gonna fucking stop them. So
I'm picturing Eugene riding a bull.
hell yes, charge. And what am I going up against? Wolves and bears. Okay, so the lions. I mean, the lions are going to go after the wolves, and they're a much bigger pack hunter than the wolves are. So, and then like the bear. I mean, yeah, there's 3 bears, but they're not that fast. I should be able to get enough speed on a bull to fucking take out some bears, because 3 or 4 good gores and that thing's gone. So I think I've got this one. Chris, defend or attack
Defend.
or however you want to do it.
Release. I will use my wolves to take on your bulls because that is close to what their natural prey would be. Anyways, they would be efficient at taking them down. And they're quicker and more wiry than the bulls. Like, wolves could probably turn on a dime. Bulls, it's like they keep charging until something stops them. Bears and the lions could go head to head because the bears are significantly, if they're grizzlies, which let's just say they are significantly bigger than the lions. And even though they're outnumbered by one, the sheer mass of them could outdo
Power, yeah.
Yeah, just the sheer mass and power. And bears can get up to, I think, 30 kilometers an hour when they're running. I don't know what that is in miles. It's less than a lion, but they are like but it's a solid, massive, charging animal coming at you. And their claws.
Your lions will be sleeping on you.
Well, that's because they're lions and not lionesses. They're sleeping, waiting for the food.
They're waiting for the food to show up.
Yes.
Can I substitute lionesses? Come on now. All right. So, Ray, who do you think wins this one? Me or Chris?
Sorry, man.
No pressure.
Who's going to win, your wife or Eugene?
Or your internet husband?
I'm going to pick Chris anyway, just because 15 wolves will take down the bulls. Like, I honestly believe that. And then the 3 bears will likely take out your lions as well. So that's why, yeah.
I'm still waiting that no one has made the joke about porridge or anything like that, or Goldilocks.
Tigers and bears.
We're just constantly saying 3 bears, and no one has snickered or anything this entire time. Jennifer, which one wins? Me or Chris?
No. They're all big and bad and mean. You had the wolves and the bears?
Yes.
Versus the bulls
versus the lions and the bulls.
Lions and the bulls.
I don't know, man. That's hard. They're all like angry, mean animals. But the bears are pretty big, so I'm thinking the bears.
The bears.
Go Bears.
The bears.
All right, Joseph. You gonna throw me a pity vote, or am I just completely out here?
You're completely out.
I'm completely out here. Okay. I understand. It's okay. So, Chris survives and I get killed. Gotcha.
Gene.
All right. So, with that said, do we want to have 2 other people face off, or does Chris have to keep going up the ranks, Mortal Kombat style?
My bears need to rest.
That's so Canadian.
All right. Well, then tell you what, we'll do Jen's Eagles. And the hunter versus Ray's silverbacks and alligators.
Ooh.
Ray, explain.
Honey.
So I'm.
Oh, babe.
It was fun. I don't know how I defend against those eagles. That's my biggest problem. So I'd be like cowering in the corner somewhere and have the alligators like kind of in a semicircle. I would have probably 2 of the silverbacks chasing down that hunter, and the other 3 are like on top of me, like just trying to protect me from swatting away the eagles as they come at me. Like, what do you do against the eagles, man? It's wide open.
There's 50 of them and only 5 gorillas.
Like, that was fun. Thanks.
Jen, defend.
He's basically surrendered. So the Eagles come in and fuck shit up.
They carried me away as my.
Yeah. Like, how many eagles do you think it would take for one silverback? Like 4, maybe. They're pretty big.
Well, eagles themselves are really big, and they have those like inches long talons too.
So,
right.
So 2 to 4, and I have 50 of them. So they would each zoom in on some gorillas and.
Yeah.
See,
what's the other one?
Your hunter. You have a hunter.
Yeah, and I have a hunter
as well.
Like, yeah. Who's gonna pick off those alligators?
So the hunter would go after you, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. As I'm being carried away.
And then the alligators and the.
Hold him still, fucker.
The eagles have just picked the alligators up by the tail and Just fling them around.
See, she's thinking it's eagles from fucking Lord of the Rings. Like she's
I
thinking
kind of
mother.
am, but no. What was that movie with Sandra Bullock, The Proposal, where the eagle comes in?
Oh, for the dog.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Picked
yeah.
up the damn dog. Those things were huge.
Yeah. We all saw that video of that large bird that picked up a shark, right?
Oh my god.
What?
Look it up. Bird carry shark, and it's crazy. It, like you see it flying, and it's got this shark, and I mean, obviously, it's not like a super big shark, but it's a shark, and you're just like, holy shit! And then the shark starts to move, and you're like, oh, that fucker's still alive. Like, what do you think as a shark? You're in water, and the next thing you know, you're in an alien fucking universe.
How Sharknado happened.
You're not the first person to say that.
The eagle came, and then the tornado came, and
then grabbed it.
Yeah.
Chris, who wins this
Who
one?
you gonna vote for?
Well,
Jen. It's okay.
well, just,
Who are you voting for, Ray?
you know, I want to vote for you. I do. I really do. I just am having a hard time seeing how a bunch of gorillas and alligators are going to take on 50 eagles and a dude with a gun.
I know, I'm toast. I get it. I admitted it. Maybe if I'm hiding in one of the alligators and they don't know which one.
Hiding in
Oh,
them.
but he's like got his mouth open. He's got his foot sticking in there. He's like, "Come on, I gotta get in."
Oh my god.
They got hard skin.
Yeah.
Just volunteer to get eaten by.
There's 9 average-sized alligators and one that's just like fucking huge. Just like, what the hell is that?
Starts doing a dance with the alligator. He turns to a 12-year-old, realize what's happening.
It's
Like,
it's
what
Ray
was it?
inside of it sneaking off. You know.
What is it, Peter Pan, where it's a crocodile, but he ate the clock.
Yes.
Yeah. Eagles are what I'm going to go for, Jen. That's just Eagles. Just
Yeah,
for Jen.
she's got the hunter.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Joseph, who you voting on this way?
Jen.
I don't have
Hey, the
to
girls
throw.
are killing it.
I don't have to throw my vote in here, but sorry, Ray. That here's what I picture. I picture alligators are trying to move as fast as they can.
Yeah.
There's fucking eagles everywhere, so the gorillas are just swatting and getting picked off by the hunter, and then after that, it's just like boom, boom.
Yeah.
So
And that hunter worked out for me.
yeah, the fucker and hunter worked out for you. So yeah, so
You took my eagles on me.
yeah, Ray's out of this one. Okay, so I guess don't want to do a 3-way dance on this one. So what, Jen versus Chris, or do we throw Joseph in here first?
How do you
Joseph
pick?
takes the winner.
Yeah.
All right. So with that being said, Jen's Eagles and Hunter versus Chris's Wolves and Bears.
So you and I are together.
I mean, the wolves might get the hunter.
It's the damn eagle.
Here's the thing: if the
They're
wolves
pack.
fucking take off as a pack, like at full speed, like the hunter's not gonna pick them off quick enough.
Yeah.
No, but those bears aren't going to do shit against the eagles.
That's true.
I was trying to help, but
God dang eagles!
This is free, and because there's so many of them. If
There
it was
is.
like,
That's the thing.
even
If
like
there's
half the amount, you could like sort of okay. but
Yeah, if there was
50
25 of them, okay, maybe. But
50 freaking
50 of them, like-
eagles coming at you. Yeah, no.
yeah, that's a lot.
so are we all in agreement that
I-
Jen's Eagles and Hunter win this one?
I think so.
So the eagles and the rats are gonna face off.
So
But
okay,
there's
so
10,000 of those.
Yeah, that's
All
gonna
right.
be fun.
so the final
It's gonna fill the
matchup
mountains.
is the Eagles. The Eagles versus rats and a hunter versus a fucking elephant. 2 elephants. I'm sorry, 2 elephants.
Yeah,
Well, that hunter-
I
Motherfucker.
said one.
Yeah,
got
you did say 1, but we voted
Whatever.
on 2.
That hunter's gone. Yeah, Joseph has a real good strategy. I can tell by the look on his face.
Yeah. So I went like cartoony strategy and then like actual possible strategy. So cartoony strategy is elephant eats rat and shoots it out the trunk like a machine gun at the eagles.
Oh my god.
Actual strategy is it would roll it in its trunk and toss them up, distract the eagle so it comes like ooh lunch, and then here comes more of them as they, pounce. And since we just determined that the hunter has a regular rifle, it's not going to do any damage to the elephant.
That's very true. If he has a regular, like, he's going to hurt one of the elephants, maybe two of them, but those fuckers are going to kill him. That's all there is.
If he shoots it in the eye.
Yeah.
Know.
And even then, he'll just piss it off at that point. Like that.
Or get overrun with rats.
As someone who has recently actually got to touch and see the power of an elephant, yeah, he's fucking gone. So the rats are the question, though. Like, man.
Dude, they could all climb up onto the backs of the elephants. And again, it's cannon fodder. As an eagle tries to swoop down and take a couple, the rats just kind of keep...
I can see you standing in between, like standing on one of the elephants and just throwing rats.
That was his initial strategy, remember?
Like wicking it by the tail.
If I had to vote, I'm going for rats and elephant. I think that rats and elephant have it. So, Ray, what say you?
They got my vote too, man. Sorry.
You know your real friends are when it comes down to it. I think eagles can only do so much to an elephant. They'd be pecking their eyes out, but that's thick skin.
Eventually, they're gonna get a hold of them, and
yeah, it's not. It takes multiple attacks from an eagle to do anything to an elephant. It only takes one swat from an elephant. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't we think of rhinos? That would have been a good one.
That would have been a good one too. But see, the rhinos kind of fit in the same.
As the bull.
They're just a heavier armored version of the bull.
Well,
basically.
yeah.
So,
I'm just thinking of the Donkey Kong where they're riding the rhino and he goes doink 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 doink. You know. Like.
Donkey Kong Country, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I guess in a round robin attack, rats and elephants went out. So good job, Joseph. So
Chris would have voted for me, but I guess it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
It would have been 2-1. So.
Sure.
Oh, good. She's here. We can ask her.
Yeah.
So Chris, which way would you have voted? Would you have voted rats and elephant or eagle and hunter?
It's hard because I'm trying to figure out how that would work. Again, like we have to assume that the elephant can get a hold of the rat, seeing as how elephants are scared of rats.
Well, no, elephants and rats are one team together against the hunter and the.
What do you mean they're one team?
That's who Joseph has.
I know. I'm just saying they're not okay.
No, they know that they're okay together.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So they're fine together.
Yes, because if
They're
we were
fighting
doing
from
that
the air.
rule, then it would have been a completely different game. Because it would have been like,
Oh, yeah.
I choose the lions, and doesn't matter what you just chose. The lions are going to be more interested in eating than protecting your ass.
Yeah. Okay. So I see what you're doing.
Basically.
I don't know. It's those eagles, but then there's only one hunter, and you have 10,000 rats. I
And
don't
up
know.
against two elephants.
10,000.
I'm still just trying to figure out how the eagles get taken care of. Like, how do you take care of the eagles? What was the strategy for the eagles?
He's
The
chucking rats at them.
Toss
And
the rats up in the air.
he's got 10,000 of them. It's going to distract them. And then the elephants are going to be swatting at them with their trunks. And
So just based on sheer numbers of them being chucked in the air, whether
Yes.
whether the elephant's aim is good or not, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's just so many of them. And you two already picked Joseph, right?
yes, we did.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris. They already.
They are so just we all pick Jen.
Oh, there you go.
Very nice. Very nice.
Katie vote.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Well, that is our show for the month, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get and move on to our picks and pans. Would anyone like to go first?
Sure.
All right, Ray, what is your pick and or pan besides fucking eagles? Besides 50 fucking eagles?
Only in the arena. So first of all, we finished the Umbrella Academy Season 1 and Season 2.
That's my pick.
And, well, you can talk about it too. It was friggin' amazing.
Mhm.
Loved it. I do have a pan. The whole tariff war that started back up again. Can we just stop that shit, please? And it was actually pretty funny. I was watching our premiere of Ontario, and he's like, who would do this? Oh, that's right, it's Donald Trump.
He who we do not speak of.
It was quite funny.
Oh dear.
And then anyway, my other pick that I'm going to talk about is NHL is playing again.
Yay.
And they had this best of 5 series. And my team, I cheer for the Toronto Maple Leafs. They were playing yet last night, and they were down 3-0. So, and there was less than 4 minutes left, and they got 3 goals in those 4 minutes to tie it up, and then came back and won it in overtime. So now they get to play one more game, winner takes all, on Sunday, tomorrow. And it was an amazing. I was so done. I thought, oh, the Leafs are out. This is stupid. Why am I even watching this game? And then, this is why I love hockey, because it's so.
The cute thing is that you were sitting here with Logan watching it.
Yeah, so Logan was watching it too, and so it being in the third period, like it was near the end of the game. I'm on Twitter. And I just updated Twitter, and it had said Leafs tied it up. And I look up my TV, because Twitter is so much faster than TV. 10 seconds later, they scored and tied it up. I'm like,
oh, that's crazy.
Holy shit! So as I'm watching the overtime, it's the first goal wins. So I'm constantly updating my phone. Like, I was on Twitter. I'm like, oh my god. So sure enough, it shows up on Twitter. Austin Matthews scores game winner. I'm like, holy shit. Logan's looking at her phone. I'm like, Logan, just hold my hand. And so she holds my hand, and we watch the whole thing happen. It was like, holy shit, that was awesome.
My hand.
Nice.
Yeah, so she's like, no, oh my god. And, yeah, she screamed when it scored, and it was awesome.
Very cool. Very cool. Chris, what's your picking and paying for the month?
So we binge watched Umbrella Academy, both seasons. And it's funny, it's turned into our family show.
Yeah.
Nice.
So all 4 of us it's like our little family thing now. We watch Umbrella Academy, which is kind of weird. But Quinn really, really likes it. So Quinn and I have been watching it again while these two, Logan and Ray, are watching hockey. But it's really good. And I knew it was based on a series of comics, but I haven't read them, or I don't like reading comics anyways, but it's so good, and everybody they cast in it is like perfect. I love Robert Sheehan now, like he's just amazing. And then I didn't realize how many awesome things that he was in. This guy's had like a really long career, and and he does a really good American accent. And then my second pick,
Klaus is my favorite.
Klaus, also he plays Klaus, and he sees dead people. It's really awesome, except he's a junkie, so it's super great. And then my second pick is I'm reading Ender's Game, and I'm almost done. And I'd seen the movie years ago when it came out, and I was like, oh, okay, well, it's another dystopian thing. It was all part of that whole trend. And now reading it, because Ray bought it, and my whole New Year's resolution of not buying any more books till I've read everything in the house, I'm now on Ender's Game. It's fucked up. Like in the movie, he's 14. In the book, he's 6. Mm-hmm. He starts off at 6, and I didn't know that. And as I'm reading, I'm like,
did we not read that for the book club?
No, I don't think we've read Ender's Game.
No. So we have the 3rd book. We have to get the 2nd book.
Yeah.
It gets weird.
I know, but I'm liking it because of the whole psychology behind it, like just how they're trying to get the best out of this kid, and they're expecting so much out of him, and he's a genius, but it's like, he's 6, and then he's 8, and then he's 9, and then he's 10, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. But I'm like, he's so much younger in the book, so the movie kind of seems sort of, I sort of get why they did, but it seems silly now. It's the same with Percy Jackson. I read Percy Jackson. And in the movie, he's like 16, 17, but in the book, he's 12.
How far are you in it? Are you done?
Ender's Game?
Yeah.
I think I only have like a couple chapters left. I'm pretty close.
Okay.
He's at command school.
The prequel was really good. If I remember correctly, there was a prequel, and then there was one. Was that the one about Bean, or was it maybe there was a second book. There's a lot of books in that series.
There's like 4 in this specific one, I think, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really interesting and just not like the movie at all, from what I remember, which now I understand why people were upset about it.
Alrighty.
That's it.
Jen, you got a pick or pan?
Well, if you listen to Creatively Geeky, you would know that the thing I've been obsessing over for well over a month is Hamilton, which dropped on Disney Plus July 3rd. And I've been obsessed with Hamilton for years, but this just brought it back in full force. So that's been my, life. Otherwise, yeah, 2020 is pretty crappy. So that's my, wah wah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 2020 in general.
I understand. Joseph, you have a pick or pan for us?
Yeah, so there's a show that 100% it is the best Netflix original, bar none, and I will fight anyone on this one. But you have to be okay. You have to be okay with subtitles. It's called Dark. It's in German.
Okay.
It is a murder. There's a murder in a town, or a child disappears every 33 years, and it has to do. There's time travel and going back and forth, and the connections on this one, like who people end up becoming and who they're related to and how they got to where they are. The third and final season just came out last month. I recommended it to my boss, who basically hates all television, and he binge watched the entire thing in a weekend, all 3 seasons. He could not stop watching it. It is fantastic. And like I said, it's one of those shows that I think it's because it's in German, no one knows about it, or no one ever gets it a second look. But once you sit down, if you're okay with the subtitles, it is just so well written, so well acted, and you're always going to be left guessing because you're never really quite sure who is who or what's coming up because of the time travel aspect.
That's cool.
What's it called again?
Dark.
Okay, I may have to check that out. So, of course, Umbrella Academy is next on my to-do list. So, I just haven't. I've been so tired this week. I'm like, man, I should sit down and start watching at least an episode. And then I'm like, no, time to go to bed. I've got 2 picks. The first one, that son of a bitch Sean, has got me on yet another book series. So he has recommended for quite a while a book series called Not Alone. And I have to agree with everything he said about the first book could honestly just be a standalone. I just finished book 3, and like I was explaining to him earlier today, I'm like, it's a lot like the original Star Wars trilogy in that the first Star Wars movie, A New Hope could have been a standalone movie. Originally it was just going to be a standalone movie. But then you get to the end of the first trilogy, and it's like, you could have wrapped it up here, and we didn't have to have anything else. And that's where I'm at with this book series. Like, if they stopped right now, I would be perfectly fine. I would have been happy with this series and moved on to something else. But there's 4, 5, and 6 out there, and I'm just like, do I want to start? Do I want to keep going? I do kind of want to know what happens with these characters. Sure, why not? So I'll probably be starting book 4 on Monday. So the other pick I have is Netflix is just fucking killing it. But they released season 1, which is it's a horrible naming scheme. It's Transformers War for Cybertron Siege, which is the first of this trilogy that they're doing. They pull stuff from the original 80s mythology. They pull stuff from some of the comic book mythology, some of the movie mythology. It looks gorgeous. It's very well animated. It's very well done. The voice acting is pretty good. They did not get like Frank Welker and Peter Cullen to play Optimus Prime and Megatron, but I was like, the guys they got are okay. I wish they would have done Soundwave's voice a little bit deeper. I've got 2 pans. The first one is, unfortunately, and I didn't really know about this until I had seen it, and I think I shared it with y'all, that Peter Cohen and Frank Welker actually talked about this, and they had gone with non-union. And when they did, it's like, listen, back in your day, you didn't steal someone's role from someone else, even if it was. So I'm like, well, that kind of sucks. I really like this series to the fact that I watched it, I binged it. That's the first thing I've binged in a long time. And it's only 6 episodes, so it's not like that was that big. But I watched it, and then I watched it again with my boys, and my God, it is such a good series. But I'm kind of hoping, well, maybe they can work something out. And even though, yes, it would be a change of voices from season 1 to season 2, maybe they can get those guys back to play their respective roles. The other pan I have is I have seen the toys for these out there, and I thought those are really cool looking. And now that I watch this series, I'm like, fuck, I really kind of want to get some of these toys. Like some of them are $50 a piece, and I'm like, I don't have the room for them. They're just going to sit on my back on the shelf back here behind me. But damn it, they are cool looking toys. And seeing them animated, I'm like, okay, I understand why they did with this aesthetic, because they look like they've been through a war. They look beat to hell, but their transformations look awesome. And I'm just like, I don't need to spend money on this, but oh, it's hard. So, so that's my pan, as it were. So I don't need to spend any more money. So, well, that is our show for the month, ladies and gentlemen. If you would, please give us a 5-star rating on iTunes, Google Music, Stitcher, wherever it is you listen to the show. Also, check out you can check us out on the website where you can find the rest of the shows at epicallygeeky.com. I have had my Etsy store on kind of hiatus for several weeks. I'm probably about to start bringing that back online. But you can find links to it there as well. You can find us on social media at Epically Geeky on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Where can we find you online, Ray?
The Reluctant Yeti on Instagram. It's and my Etsy store is pretty much shut down right now too. Just on pause because there's a bunch of other stuff going on. That being said, I was really happy that one of my paintings sold at my sister's store, so that was pretty cool.
That's very
so yeah, I got a couple other paintings that I'm going to be working on shortly, and we'll get them out on Instagram.
Good deal. Chris, where can we find you online?
You can find me here at Epically Geeky on Marginally Geeky when there's not a Star Wars series being read. On Creatively Geeky and Sustainably Geeky when there aren't technical difficulties on my end. And on Instagram at The Burrow Life, and I post a lot of pictures of what we're doing to our Century home.
Yes, and I love seeing them. Like I was showing Christy the other day, I was like, "Did you see the?" She's like, "Did they paint?" I was like, "No, that's all new.
Yeah,
all new siding. That's awesome. That's so cool that y'all went with such a bold color. Like that's."
Yes, I want my Gothic Adams mansion. This is the closest I'm gonna get.
Hell yes, hell yes. Jen, where can we find you online?
You can find me here, Creatively Geeky, Marginally Geeky, and Sustainably Geeky. We have an episode up about public lands, and then we have a bonus dropping soon on the Blackwell School, which is hopefully going to join the National Park Service soon. So check that out, and on all the social media at Het's Gonna Be Me.
Joseph, can we find you online anywhere?
It depends on where you're looking.
Oh.
I am the only Joseph Morales in the Western Hemisphere, so literally that's what I am on all the social medias.
So if you find him, that'll be him. So that's why I went with Optimus Gene, because if you find Optimus Gene, it's me. And as always, you can follow my individual wacky adventure online at Optimus Gene on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For everyone on the site, have a good night.